I've got a question for you. Are you a robot? In this video, I'm going to answer that question, and there's good news and bad news, but I'll let you decide which is which. And you will watch this video for as long as you can bear. You might keep watching out of curiosity. You might watch until you confirm what you already suspect. You might disagree about free will and stop watching straight away. You might stop watching for some other reason. You might already have stopped watching, who knows? None of that will be a choice that you can control. You don't choose your thoughts. You don't choose your feelings. You don't choose what happens to you, and you don't choose how you respond to what happens to you, to your feelings, to your thoughts. You don't choose any of that. That's what I'm saying in this video. Again, that question. Are you a robot? Yes. Yes, you are. You're a robot who thinks they're not a robot. You're a robot who thinks they have free will. You're a robot that makes choices, that has responsibility, that feels bad when they don't live up to their idea of themselves. You're a robot that doesn't think you're a robot. But yes, you are a robot, and you live according to your programming. Where does that programming come from? Good question. Well, it's passed on to you genetically from your parents. It's passed on to you genetically from their parents and their parents. It's passed on to you from your ancestors. It's passed on to you from what happens to you. It's passed on to you from how you respond to what happens to you. It's passed on to you from life. Life affects your programming. Your friendships affect your programming. Events affect the programming. Counselling can affect the programming. Psychotherapy, coaching. A life-changing moment when your life just flashes before your eyes. Maybe you're about to die and you survive. That can affect your programming. Transformation can affect your programming. From coaching, from reading a book, from watching a YouTube video. Enlightenment, awakening can affect your programming. But you're still a robot running on programming. And that programming decides what you do. It decides the thoughts that you have. It decides how you respond to those thoughts. It determines how you behave. Randomness is there. And so a situation that you're in 90 times out of 100, you will decide it the same way. But you will always decide the same thing, the same time. It won't always be the same response, because you might be tired, you might not be tired, you might be upbeat, you might be feeling down. It might be the morning, it might be the evening. It might be the start of a relationship, it might be the end of a relationship. So the exact same circumstances never reoccur. Never reoccur. It's like the weather can't be predicted. The initial conditions are never the same. So even though you're a robot and your actions can be determined, they can't be predicted. Just like the weather can't be predicted. So you are a robot and you're running software and you're running programming. And that programming changes, gets upgraded. You're running a certain version of software. Sometimes the versions change all the time, second by second, I reckon. And then sometimes something transformational happens and you get a complete upgrade and maybe some part of your personality changes. Like, I don't drink alcohol anymore. For the last 5 or 6 or 7 years, I haven't drunk alcohol. Now, if you'd have asked me 20 years ago, am I going to stop drinking alcohol? I would have said, no, of course I'm not. I like alcohol. Don't have a drink problem, but I like alcohol. But I don't drink alcohol. So that's like an upgrade. And I don't drink alcohol out of betterment or out of something. It's not a righteousness. I just don't drink alcohol. And my program has changed over the years, sometimes perceptibly, sometimes not. But my personality is still very similar to what it used to be when I was a teenager. I've got more abilities, I've got more confidence. Some of my flaws have gone, maybe I've got some new flaws now. But my programming has changed, but I'm still kind of the same person. So programming evolves, but I'm still running a program. So, are you a robot? Yes. Yes, you are. So am I. So is everyone. And what does this mean? It means there's no free will. There's no responsibility, accountability. And somehow you're going to carry on believing, like I do, that you've got free will and that you've got responsibility and that you've got accountability. That seems to be part of how it works. This programming convinces us that it's not there, that there is no programming, that we can do whatever we want. We really can. That there are no limits, that we can live our higher version of ourselves. And if we're not quite there, we just need to keep pushing, keep forcing. We will get there. We will. And if you ever do something that you feel is below yourself, you just ignore that. Ignore it, because that's not who you are. You're better than that. But really, you're not. You're just who you are. A cat is a cat and behaves like a cat. Your cat behaves differently to another cat. You know this if you're a cat owner. You know what behaviour to expect from your cat. Same as dog owners. A dog is a dog is a dog. You are you are you. Exactly the same. Are you a robot? Yes, you are. Running a program that's evolving, that's learning, it's always learning. Transformation occurs. Transmission occurs sometimes too. Some of your programming has got nothing to do with you, it's ancestral. You're playing out patterns from your ancestors without you realising it. Some of it's behaviour based on an argument yesterday, or a good moment yesterday, or you read a gratitude journal and oh my gosh, yeah, I've got so much to be grateful for and life's so much better if I'm grateful. And you find out that's to be true, that's true for you, and you carry on living like that. You carry on seeing gratitude as being really useful. You stop drinking alcohol like me. You start going to the gym. You have a near-death experience and it just completely changes. Maybe it changes your politics, maybe it changes how you eat, how you treat your body, how you treat people that care for you, how you treat people that don't care for you. It completely changes things. You get cancer diagnosis and, oh my gosh, I see life. I'm so much more grateful for each moment in life. Maybe none of those things happen. Maybe you're miserable. Maybe life's not fair. Maybe people are horrible. Maybe the world's gone to pot. Maybe it's that person's fault, or it's that person's fault, or it's because your mama didn't kiss you when you were younger. Who knows? Who knows why you have the programming that you have? Why you see the world how you see the world? Who knows? I just know that you are a person that has a program that's running all the time, and I'm going to call that person a robot. I'm a robot, you're a robot. We're all robots. We all do what we do. We do what we do. Maya Angelou's quote is, let's see if I can remember it. I did then what I know how to do. Sorry, I did then what I knew how to do. Now I know better, I do better. Now I know better, I do better. That that's a program. That's a program that says, I'm always going to do my best. You're always doing your best. That's your program. You're always doing your best. I don't know if any of that makes any sense to you at all. I feel I've started focused and I've wandered and meandered a little bit. This is the best I can do with this, and perhaps this is why I've never shared this until now. Are you a robot? Yes, you are. Same goes for everybody else. They're all doing the best they can, however horrible they behave, however wonderful they behave, however wrong-minded you think that they are, however wrong-minded you think that you are. We're all doing our best, and perhaps understanding that might make a positive difference. I'm kinder to myself. I'm more allowing of my flaws. I'm more allowing of my limitations. I'm not limited by them, but I acknowledge them. Some of those limitations can be pushed and pushed through, and some can't. I can't become 6 foot. I'm 5'10.5". I'm not going to become a 25-year-old. I'm 59. Some things can't change. Lots of things can. My programming can change, but only so much change can happen. Only so much change can happen. I don't think I'm ever not going to be heterosexual. It might change, but I doubt it. I really do. We are always changing. We are always transforming. We're often always transmitting. We're always changing. We're never in control. That's how I see things. That's my answer to the question. Are you a robot? Yes. Yes, you are. I've been meaning to talk about this in a video or in a blog post for about 10 years. Ever since coming across the inside-out understanding, also known as the 3 principles, a transformation occurred for me, a change of my programming, and it became clear to me that we don't choose our thoughts. Funnily enough, this inside-out understanding teaches that you have free will, but that's not what I ended up seeing for myself. I'm really not sure I'm going to do this topic justice. Will there be arguments? Will it convince you? Will I mention everything that needs to be mentioned? I'm sure I won't. Hey ho. But I have a question for you. Are you a robot? Sound check.